Hey, this is Sam with VAfunnels.com. Quick video about boosted posts, something that's talked about a lot, we get a lot of questions about, and a typical Facebook advertising progression for a do-it-yourselfer, somebody who's on their own, hoping they figure it out. They start a business page, which if you've listened to any of our videos, we talk a lot about this progression. Business page, field of dreams is what we call it. Post, 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 till you're blue in the face. You realize, hey, you know what? The followers on my business page, it's all my friends and family anyway, and they don't want to see these articles to begin with, right? So you post and you post and you post. You get likes, you get shares, you get followers, you get engagement. It's a good way to stay in front of people and all that stuff that we say, but it doesn't get you any conversions and doesn't get you paid. And the proof's in the pudding. If you surveyed 99 out of 100 mortgage professionals and said, hey, posting on your business page and all the different articles you post, how many conversions and closed deals have you gotten from that this year? And the answer usually is very little to none. Usually it's none. So that's the progression. That's where you start. Step one, post, post, post. Why? Well, it's free. Also, it's easy, and there's a lot of really cheap companies that will post on your page for you, all this junk. Your franchise sends you prefab content, so it's just kind of an easy first step with Facebook, to which I give you kudos that you're doing it and you're trying. You know Facebook should be huge because you're on it. We're all on it, right? But your business page posting, Field of Dreams, it ain't happening, right? So then, next progression is a boosted post, because what somebody does typically is they run a bunch, or they post a bunch on their business page, and then they go, hey, this isn't working. I'm gonna try one of these things called a boosted post, which is where Facebook basically says, hey, give us some of your money and we'll blast this post out there in front of some other people. And so a lot of mortgage professionals we talk to have tried boosted posts before, and it hasn't worked. They've gotten the same result, or maybe a little bit better than when they post for free on their business page. Typical boosted post results, see if this sounds familiar to you. I boosted a post, I spent $25, $50, $100, and I got some likes, I got some thumbs up, I got some smiley faces, I got a share, I got maybe one comment, I got a question, or whatever it might be. Engagement, activity, but no conversions. And a lot of times in what we do, a lot of mortgage professionals confuse activity with actual efficiency, right? Efficiency is leads coming in on demand based on your ad spend predictably in a way that you can scale. You got VA leads rolling in, you're growing your pipeline and growing your business. That's efficiency. Activity is I'm getting likes and shares and comments and all this kind of stuff. Don't confuse activity with efficiency. Critical. So boosted posts, question we get, why aren't they working? Well, there's a few reasons why they probably haven't been effective for you. Number one, boosted posts don't allow you typically all of the targeting options available. It's not the full scope, if you will, when it comes to doing a paid Facebook ad. It's kind of a dip your toe in the water. And so you're actually limited in terms of how you can target. So that's one basic reason. You just didn't have everything available to you that you could. So that's one reason why. Second reason why is because of the actual strategy in which you did it. So typically a boosted post is nothing more than a slot machine play, right? And what I mean by that is, typical mortgage professional, there really wasn't any strategy behind a boosted post outside of just doing it for free on my business page isn't working. Let's just see what happens when I put some dollars behind it. And so you put $25, $50, $75, $100, whatever, and there really wasn't a campaign objective. There really wasn't a reason and a result you were looking for outside of just let's try it, right? And that's why we call it the slot machine. You put a little money in. If you hit the jackpot, awesome. If you don't, oh well, you only spent $50 on it, right? Or whatever. So that's another reason why, in addition to you're looking for and you're gauging, activity, likes, shares, and comments versus efficiency. Second reason, you just were playing the slot machine, if you're honest with yourself, and that's cool. We've all done it. It happens, but that's another reason why boosted posts don't work. There's just not a lot of thought behind it. It's low barrier entry, which is something that we all fall into temptation with. Low barrier entry. Wow, it's easy. Let's try it. Let's do it. And it doesn't work. And then you go, oh, this doesn't work, right? I tried it. Well, you kind of tried it, not really. You really were hoping you were going to get lucky, right? So that's another reason why it doesn't work. The main reason why it doesn't work, though, is because when you do a boosted post, because there's no strategy, and because you're not really doing it based on looking for conversions and efficiency, then you don't have the right audience matched with the right message, matched with the right process. That's ultimately why. I know that you did some audience targeting when you did a boosted post. I know, I get it, but you didn't have the full scope available to you, and it really wasn't a campaign you had any history with, and so you think your audience is right. And maybe you were close, or maybe it was right, but your message was wrong. My point is, a campaign, a funnel on Facebook that will be effective and actually get conversions needs to have a planned strategy. It needs to have a goal, an end game, if you will, in that advertising campaign. First and foremost, you got to have the right type of audience. And so typically on a boosted post, you set some general parameters and you fire it out there. Who knows if the message that you have, typically when you boost a post, it's either a vague, general kind of Angie's List, yellow page type message as we call it, I'm the neighborhood mortgage professional, or you're boosting one of the articles or prefab content pieces from your business page that already isn't working, and you're launching that out there. You need to have a value-based message matched with the right audience to get a conversion. That's ultimately why it didn't work. You didn't have the right message matched with the right audience. Or maybe you had the right audience, but your message didn't work, right? You see how everything has to be cohesive and congruent. You also need a process. Why it didn't work? Audience, message, process. Process means you've got to have systems in place to talk to people. And a lot of agents, if they even get clicks or whatever their metric is they're thinking is going to be successful, they typically dump them off on their website or they send them back to their business page that already isn't converting leads. Process is you've got something in place to pick up the phone, email, text, talk with them immediately because that's what gets you paid. Audience, message, and process is why boosted posts aren't effective for mortgage professionals. And as I mentioned, they've got to be cohesive and congruent, meaning if you've got the wrong type of audience but a great message, doesn't matter. You're in front of the wrong eyeballs. If you've got a great audience and a great message but your process is weak, you're dumping them off on your website that doesn't convert leads or whatever, doesn't matter. You're going to lose. Any one of the three components is off, you're toast. You're done, right? If you've got the wrong audience but a great message, it doesn't matter. If you've got the right audience and a bad message, it doesn't matter. You got to make it cohesive and congruent. And so what I'm saying is that a boosted post is nothing more, typically, if we're all honest, than a slot machine play. Kudos to you for trying. My challenge to you is to book a call with our team so that you don't have to play the slot machine anymore. You can actually have confidence and create more of an ATM. Slot machines where you put a little bit in and hope you hit the jackpot. ATM is you punch in a particular code, a particular strategy, and you know what's going to come out of it so that you can have actual more money in your pocket, in your case, more commission checks from closing more VA deals. So if that sounds attractive to you, then go ahead and book a call with our team using the link here around this page below, and we look forward to talking to you very, very soon on one of our calls. I'm Sam with VAfunnels.com. We'll see you very soon.